Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. So let's get right into this video. Melody Susie sent me some items to review. So the first thing I will be showing you is this dust collector. So I'm just gonna open it to see what's inside. This is what it looks like as you open the box, and you also get some instructions. You can pause the video to take a read. I also got the power supply cord. And I'm just popping the wrapper because I just can't help myself. So this is what the dust collector looks like, and at the front there are 3 buttons. One is the on and off button and the other 2 are the mode control buttons. And I'm also just showing the sides and the bottom of the dust collector. Then at the top is the filter cover. The filter is reusable and replaceable. It needs to be replaced after 2 to 3 months of use. Then the socket is at the bottom of the dust collector, so I will be using it later on in the video. Moving on, they also sent me some polygels, and I was really surprised that they sold polygels because I've never seen Melody Susie advertise their polygels, and I was interested to know if I would like their polygels. So when you open the box, you get 6 tubes of polygels and the base coat and top coat. I will be swatching the polygels later on in the video. Then we also got some other items. So at first I didn't know what this was. I thought this was a refill base or top coat, but it's actually a slip solution pen, and it's so unique. I've never seen this before. Next, I also got some dual forms and the polygel brush and picker, and also some instructions. I suggest you read the instructions if you are new to polygels. They also sent this card and a 100/180 grit nail file, and I'm not a fan of black nail files because it always leaves a black residue when filing, and I don't like that. So back to the polygels, they all came sealed, so I'm just going to be swatching them, and these polygels are nude polygels. If you'd like to purchase anything from Melody Susie, I have a discount code to share with you guys. I'll leave it on the screen and in the description below with a link. This is after curing of the polygels. Since I'm using Melody Susie products, I felt it was only right to use my UV protection gloves. I've had these gloves for a while now and I've never used them, so I did purchase them on Amazon, and I did apply my peel-off base coat before putting on the gloves, which seemed to be a mistake because the black lint from the gloves were all over my nails. I had to use rubbing alcohol to remove it. So I'm using these nail tips I got from AliExpress. It is the XXL nail tips, and I'm just sticking them on with some nail glue. Then I'm going to cut them down a bit. Next, I filed the free edge. Now I'm using my Melody Susie rechargeable nail drill to buff the surface of the nail tips to remove the shine. And I really like this nail drill. I've been using it for a while now. Next, I'm applying my base coat to all of the nails and then I cure for 30 seconds. Starting with the white polygel, I'm applying it to the pinky nail. Next, I have my slip solution pen ready to apply to my nail as well. Then I'm using my brush to pat the polygel in place on the nail to evenly distribute it. The slip solution pen is really good. I didn't have a problem with that at all. It did give me some white residue around my cuticle area when I was finished that I had to peel off, but that was about it. I think it was kind of cool to use because I've never used anything like this before. It's very unique. And the polygel was surprisingly really good. It's not too stiff and it's not too soft. It was a very good consistency. So I cured the pinky nail and then I went ahead to the middle nail and I did the same thing. I also did the same for my thumbnail off camera. Now I'm using this nude polygel on the pinky nail. So I applied the nude polygel and then some slip solution. Next, I'm using the brush to pat the polygel around the cuticle area and making sure it's neat around the cuticle area. Then I gradually bring the polygel down the nail to wherever I want my ombre to begin. Next, when I'm ready, I apply pressure so that I can blend the polygel into the white area. I cure and then I'm moving on to the middle nail and I did the same thing. These polygels worked so good, I really like them. Now on the index nail, I'm doing a deep French nail, so I am applying a bead of the nude polygel to the nail bed area. Then I'm forming it into an almond shape, and this polygel wasn't runny at all and I like that. It didn't flood the cuticles. So I cured this nail for 60 seconds. Then moving on to the ring nail, I'm doing the same thing. The ring nail seemed a bit too flat, so I decided to do another layer on the ring nail. It's always best to file down a nail instead of building a nail. So even though this nail would be really thick, it's always best to file down instead of building a nail. Now I'm using rubbing alcohol to remove the tacky layer, and then I filed the French nail to get a neater smile line. I decided to remove the gloss because it was getting too dusty and also getting in the way, and a lot of the lint got on the nails, so I had to remove all of them before encapsulating the nails. So I used rubbing alcohol to do that. If you are watching this video, I'd like to say thank you for clicking on the video and watching it, and also don't forget to give this video a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure and subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell to turn on post notifications so you wouldn't miss any of my videos. Now I'm using the white polygel on the tip area of the French nails. I cured this for 30 seconds, then I did the same for the ring nail. Because the nail bed area of the ring nail was built up so much, I decided to do another layer of the white polygel. Although I was going to file it down, I just didn't want to not do it, and then the ring nail happened to be too thin. It's better to file down than to build up a nail, if that makes any sense. Now I'm using rubbing alcohol to remove the tacky layer and any lint that may have been left behind. Then I'm encapsulating the nails and I'm being very careful not to let any lint get in while I'm encapsulating. So I use rubbing alcohol to clean the brush and the slip solution pen as best as I could, and then I started to encapsulate. I only encapsulated the pinky, middle and the thumbnail, but I didn't show myself encapsulating those nails, only the middle nail. And when encapsulating the ombre nails, it made the white area a little yellowish compared to the French nails. Now I'm using rubbing alcohol to remove the tacky layer. So again, this is what the dust collector looks like, and I'm just going to plug it in for y'all to hear how it sounds. And I also used my Melody Susie nail drill to file. So I like this dust collector and it did what it was supposed to do, collect the dust. I also like the ergonomic construct of this dust collector because the four sides of the dust collector were sloping downwards a bit, whereas the middle was a little higher. And this made it easier for me to rest my hand on the sides so that I don't have to strain myself like to be hovering over the dust collector since I'm sitting at a desk filing the nails. If it were to be on my lap, it would have been easier, but the fact that I am at a desk and having to sort of hover over to file can sometimes be a hassle. So the ergonomic construct is really good. If I'm making sense, I'm not sure, but to me it made it feel a little more, it made me feel a little more comfortable and filing was a bit easier. Now that I'm finished, I'm just opening the dust collector so y'all can see how much dust it collected. So I'm just going to empty it out in a bin, but in the morning I did use a hairdryer to remove the rest. So this design is inspired by this picture right here. So I wanted some 3D flowers and I used my mold to get some, but it was a little too small. So this is after filing of the nails, and I suggest you stop looking at this video from here because the flowers were a hot mess, so be warned. So when I tried the 3D flower on my nail, it was just too small and I didn't like how it looked, but I guess I should have used it instead of trying to be an overachiever. Who do I think I am? I'm not a professional. Anyway, I applied top coat and then I placed a rhinestone on the nail and cured. Now I'm using a 3D brush to do this. So I take up a small bead of the polygel with a dotting tool and placed it on my nail. And I'm using rubbing alcohol as my slip solution, and I'm just forming some flowers. I need to practice this because this isn't it. I tried to remove the 3D flowers when I was finished because I didn't think it was giving what it was supposed to give, and I wanted to take some pictures without the 3D flowers, but I think it didn't look good when I tried filing it off, so I had to use the pictures that I had with the 3D flowers on it because it just didn't look good when I tried to remove the 3D flowers to take pictures. The nail looked a hot mess. So yeah, what I should have done was taken some pictures before I applied the 3D flowers and then taken some pictures with the 3D flowers just so that I could have an option, so that if this was to happen that the 3D flowers didn't look good, which it does not, I would have the option of using the pictures for my thumbnail without the 3D flowers in it, so that I could have erased this section of the video so y'all would not have known that I did a horrible job with the 3D nails. But unfortunately I had to keep it in, yeah, because I didn't want to redo this whole design too, you know, that would have been a lot. So this is how it looked when I was complete, but the flower was way too high, so I had to redo it, and I did it off camera. So I make sure and placed the rhinestone a little lower at the French smile line, and this is how it looked, and I blinged it out a little. I did the same for the ring nail. Then I am applying rhinestones to the pinky nail. I mean, for a beginner, this nail set looks good, and I am a beginner because I'm not that good with polygel as yet, as this clearly shows. 3D nails isn't for me. I think I need to stick to nail sets that I'm good at, and I need to stick to using molds instead of trying to do 3D nails myself. But besides all of this, Melody Susie polygels are really good, and I will have a link below to the dust collector, which is also really good as well. I do have a discount code if y'all want to purchase these items or any items from Melody Susie. So let me know what you think about this nail set in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next one.